It's a great day for Painesville, and I'm happy to see so many familiar faces for another State of the City address. This will be my 4th year as the city manager at Painesville, and I can't emphasize enough that thanks to all of you and the support of the Painesville City Council and efforts of my amazing staff, it is happening in Painesville. I like the taglines. While I am going to touch on many of the major projects, there are even more in the works that I can't talk about today. In my nearly 16 years with the City of Painesville, we've not experienced the interest that we've seen over the past 3 years. We have a lot going on in the city, a lot of investment in both private and public sectors. And I think we are really on track to improve the quality of life for all of our residents and the region. So let's take a brief look at 2023 and then look ahead to 2024 and some of the significant projects that will be taking place in the upcoming year. In 2023, work continued for many of our major projects, like Grand River Walk by Maroose Development, renovations at the Tower and Victoria Place by Renew Partners, which is back there. The Highland Park residential housing development by Payne & Payne Custom Builders. I added the word custom, so sorry about that. I changed it a little bit. And much more, which I will get to in a minute. I want to highlight 2 businesses that definitely filled a need within the city of Painesville over the last year. Sheetz opened in September on the corner of Richmond Street and Stage Avenue. The corner looks clean, bright, and more welcoming as you enter into the city of Painesville from State Route 2 exit ramp. It's a great example of a national brand working with the local community to improve the area. In July, one of our newest small business opened off the square. Yummy. I know. If you haven't tried their desserts, you're definitely missing out. I do take my kids there on a regular basis for their homemade designer popsicles. Belen Flores and the family opened their doors at 76 South Park Place, adding a Mexican flair to make their original dessert creations and snack food. Diversity in Painesville is important, and we love to see it within our business community. Since over $80 million of new development is underway in downtown Painesville, the time was right to create a community entertainment district in 2023. We far exceeded the required level of investment to create the district, and the 15 additional liquor permits that were approved with this district will help to attract new dining and entertainment venues. The objective is to create a vibrant nightlife downtown. As many of you know who are working here, right now we tend to close down at 3 or 4 o'clock at night. So we're looking to make this Painesville the place to come for the nightlife. In addition, we were asked to place Sunday sales of beer, wine, and liquor on the ballot, which we did. When it passes March 16th, and I say when it passes, it will contribute to the downtown revitalization. We fully expect it will also result in new restaurants and investment. As always, we hosted numerous events throughout the year. Our recreation division's goal is to create family-friendly events that are free or low cost so that our members of the community can participate. Some of the events include Concert in the Park, the Easter egg hunt, which is coming up, movie night, Fall Fest, Spirit of the Season, and the upcoming solar eclipse in partnership with Lake Erie College, story time, and much more. I personally want to thank many of you in this room for sponsoring our events. Without you, these events would not be possible. In 2023, Veronica Dahlberg, the executive director of Ola, Ohio, approached the city with the idea of hosting a Cinco de Mayo event. Since we were interested in working with Ola and wanted to get the Hispanic community more involved, we proposed holding the event in Painesville Square. For the first year of the event, thousands of people came out to enjoy the live music, delicious Mexican food, live wrestling with a ring and all, and a giant piñata, which got a little bit crazy because I did actually lose one of my children in the crowd. The feedback both Ola, Ohio and the city received was overwhelmingly positive, and I'm excited to share that the Cinco de Mayo Fiesta is back for a second year. The event will be held from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. on Saturday, May 4th, and I hope each of you will come out to enjoy the festivities. This year, I think we're looking at probably 5,000 to 7,500 people for this event, so it is a major event in the city. Another priority in 2023 was improving the amenities at Kiwanis Recreation Park. Recreation Park is a hidden gem within the city of Painesville. And after listening to what our residents wanted, we added a new playground structure, a soccer practice field, and a story walk along the Grand River. The story walk resulted from a partnership with Morley Library and the Lake County General Health District. The objective of the story walk is to get kids and families out of the house and walking as they read a new book along the path, rather than playing on their devices, as my children do. In addition to the recreation park improvements across the river in the Grand River Conservation Area, we planted wildflowers to attract monarch butterflies. If you missed them, be sure to mark your calendars for the end of August, early September, when the wildflowers are in full bloom. The colors are amazing, and we are looking to expand the butterfly garden each year. Speaking of plants, the new Red Raider Gardens at Elm Street School launched last year with great success, thanks to a collaboration between the Painesville City Local Schools, the City of Painesville, First Church Congressional, Lake Erie College, and Lake County General Health District, and a handful of volunteers from the Lake County Master Gardeners. The garden has both raised boxes and ground beds, a water hookup, a new fence that surrounds it to keep out the deer, and a storage shed. Residents or anyone who works in the city can rent a plot for a year to grow vegetables and flowers. This is a fantastic community initiative and a great way to teach the next generation how to grow their own food. Improving infrastructure was another major focus in 2023. Road work was completed on a small section of North St. Clair Street and Elm Street. The Chester Street Waterline project was completed, and we were awarded $570,000 in federal funding for the Shamrock Boulevard Waterline project, which runs over into Cobblestone and Brookstone Boulevard. This is all thanks to Congressman David Joyce and Senator Brown, who were able to get us federal funding for that project. ODOT also completed the redecking work on the East Erie Street Bridge connecting the city to Painesville Township. The city also partnered with the U.S. Corps of Engineers on a $3.9 million Banks Street retaining wall project to address the erosion issues along the Grand River. Construction was completed this past summer, easing erosion concerns for both the city and the residents of the historic Bank Street district. We're also looking at applying for additional funding to shore up additional portions of the Bank Street retaining wall. Now, on to 2024. As you will see, we plan to keep the momentum going this year. Thanks to Renew Partners and JCI Contractors, the tower, formerly the Chase Bank building on Painesville Square, will be ready to house Lake Erie College students this summer. The renovated building provides each student with their own bedroom and a shared living space and kitchen. There are 172 bedrooms, and each unit has one bathroom for every 3 bedrooms. Not like when I went to school. Kudos to Renew Partners and JCI Contractors who have done an excellent job on the project. Once completed, the renovation will include a fitness room, study areas, conference rooms, and a rooftop patio, and 2 new restaurants on the ground floor that will be open to the public. In other Lake Erie College news, we need to congratulate Lake Erie College on their plans for a new turf soccer field that will be located on their campus. Thanks to the Lake County Commissioners who provided Lake Erie $1.5 million to fund the project. Lake Erie College plans to have the field ready for play by fall of 2024. This, along with many improvements that are being made by the new president, Jen Schuler, will help keep and attract new students to campus. Maroose Development's Grand River plans are moving forward. The Grand River Walk project includes a 149,533 square foot mixed-use building on the Main Street Hill overlooking Recreation Park and the Grand River. The bottom floor hopes to entice restaurants and other retail that will have access to the back patio overlooking the river and the park. This will lead down to a new amphitheater that will be available for music and community events. The upper floors of the mixed-use building will feature 120 apartments with underground parking. The hillside was cleared of the trees and brush this past winter in preparation for the groundbreaking, which will take place this spring. In addition to the new amphitheater, Recreation Park will also have a new splash pad opening this coming Memorial Day weekend. The 2,315 square foot aquatic play design by Water Odyssey is compatible for children of all ages and is ADA compliant to ensure access for all. I would like to thank our state senator, Jerry Serino, who is here today, and state representatives Jamie Callender and Dan Troy for helping secure $100,000 in state capital budget funding for the splash pad. We would not have been able to complete it without their funding assistance. Our Parks and Recreation Department has also been busy working on the new Painesville Dog Park, which will replace Baseball Diamond number 6 in Recreation Park. The fenced-in area will allow dogs to roam freely within its limits. We received funding to fill the gap for this project from the Ohio Department of Natural Resources and their Nature Works grant. These are only a few of the improvements we have planned for the Parks and Recreation Department. And there's many more projects to come that I'm not going to talk about, but are in process right now. Another grand opening coming this spring will be Anthony Zappatelli's newest establishment at 735 South State Street, Zapp's Custard and Mustard. This former gas station and vacant property has been turned into a seasonal ice cream and grill business. In addition to the renovation of the building and the new parking lot, the city assisted with brownfield cleanup, installing new sidewalks, crosswalks, planting trees, new decorative streetlights, and a new entrance at 5 Points as you enter the city. So if you've driven through that, you know that that intersection looks much better than what it has in the past. Personally, I can't wait for it to open because I live right around the corner. So I know my children and I will be walking over there to have a burger and maybe an ice cream cone. Plans are moving forward with a new housing development on the old Lake East Hospital site off of Washington Street. This is a long time in the coming because if you remember, we tore down Lake East Hospital, and it seems like the first probably 5 years to 7 years, all I was doing is tearing things down in this city. Now it's finally nice to start building things up. We have been working with Payne custom builders out of Chardon for the past year, and it's exciting that they plan to break ground in the coming months. Actually, they'd probably break ground before this if we were able to get all their permits moved through a little bit quicker. But we are certainly working with them and excited about this project. They will be starting with 2 model homes off West South Street. The new development will be called Highland Park. Site concept plans feature varying architectural styles that blend with the existing neighborhood, including single-family ranch and 2-story plans. We worked with them to create a neighborhood atmosphere with front porches and garages behind the home. In a later phase, 2 to 3-story townhomes will also be included along Washington Street. Prices are slated to start in the low 300s with tax abatements available for new owners. Renew Partners and JCI Contractors are moving forward with the remodel of Victoria Place, turning the 191,000 square foot building into a mixed-use commercial, office, and residential complex. They intend to convert the first floor into commercial and restaurant space while creating 78 market rate apartments. The $30 million project is estimated to be completed in 2026 with construction already underway. Now that we are into March, Ohio construction season is just around the corner. As in past several years, we have another road plan lined up for 2024. Reed Avenue from Lexington Street to Knoll Street will be completely reconstructed with new storm sewers, curbs, cement stabilization, and asphalt pavement. East Washington Street from Liberty Street to South State Street will be resurfaced. Roosevelt Drive from Forest Drive to Menor Avenue will also be resurfaced. Liberty Street sewer lining and resurfacing project will include 2,511 feet of sanitary sewer and 544 feet of storm sewer. Liberty Street will be resurfaced from State Route 84 to Washington Street in collaboration with ODOT. The city will also be replacing a water line on West Eagle Street in advance of the reconstruction of this street in 2025. Finally, the streetscape project on South Park Place will kick off, which will include new sidewalks and landscaping, starting at the intersection of Liberty Street and continuing along South Park Place and ending at Main Street. This will be a three-phase project and aligns with Lake Erie College students moving into the new housing and the remodel of Victoria Place. Again, we want to thank the Lake County Commissioners and Senator Brown for providing funding to enable this much needed project to move forward. On the topic of infrastructure, one of the most significant projects the city has been working on for many years, I think it's been 25 years, is that right, Joe? Close to 25? I mean, is the State Route 44 interchange off West Jackson Street. The new plan will result in a full interchange so motorists can enter and exit from State Route 44 in either direction. The Lake County Board of Commissioners has worked diligently on our behalf with NOACA, the Northeast Ohio Area-Wide Coordinating Agency, to push this project forward in 2029. Thank you. We would like to thank Grace Galucci, who is here today, and NOACA for supporting this project. And Katie's back there for Representative David Joyce's office for securing $2 million in federal funding for the design and engineering of this project. Finally, I would like to thank our city staff. All of this could not happen without our employees' dedication and hard work. Our police department, our police and fire personnel do an excellent job in keeping the city safe and connecting with our residents. Our utility personnel make it happen 365 days a year. Our parks look beautiful thanks to our public lands department, and our roadways are clean thanks to the public works department. So thank you to my staff at the City of Painesville. You are truly some of the best people I have worked with over my career. It's a very exciting time, I think you guys know if you talk with me, to be the city manager in Painesville because of the amount of things happening and the things that we have going on. And I want to thank our residents, the businesses, those who are currently investing, and those who are considering investing in the city of Painesville. It is happening in Painesville thanks to all the collaborations taking place. I think it's going to be great 2 to 4 years from now because I don't think you're going to recognize a Painesville because there's going to be a major transformation over that period of time. While these are some of the projects that I wanted to bring to your attention, like I said, there are some amazing projects out there that we're working on that aren't ready to be announced, but hopefully I'll be able to talk with you about those next year. I want to thank you for coming out this morning and wish you a fantastic day. Thank you.